Put your hands together for the best damn sports show weekly.
Coming to the room on a Sunday afternoon. Nyo Weekly, lowering the boom. Step into the room on a Sunday afternoon, and it's Nyo Weekly, lowering the boom.
Make some noise for your host, Nico.
Lowering the boom.
Make some noise for the OG.
Lowering the boom.
950 Cab.
Lowering the boom.
And TJ Jones.
Lowering the boom. Step into the room on a Sunday afternoon, and it's Nyo Weekly, lowering the boom. Step into the room on a Sunday afternoon, and it's Nyo Weekly, lowering the boom.
What up, what up, what up, people? Welcome back to Nyo Weekly. It's your boy Suave. Hope everyone is doing well out there. Hope you are doing good. Oh, what's up, man?
What's happening, Captain?
Good, man. How you doing, man? How you living?
Yeah. Whew. Tired, but let's get this rocking.
I know, right? Man, hey. So, all right. So I got a question before we get started.
Yes, sir.
I heard you the other day when we was talking, and you said that you wouldn't, really check out the thing about the Cowboys. Now, you being somebody that has, you were alive, you were an adult during them times. That just something you ain't tripping about reliving or what?
No, it ain't even that, bro. It's just until we can get our stuff together, it really don't. I mean, I might watch it. I know I'm gonna watch it. That was just at what point, I don't know. They're probably gonna wait to I'm not gonna watch it like Hard Knocks every episode coming up. I just want to watch them all at one time.
Right.
So if it's just a movie, then that's fine. If it's episodes, I'll wait.
No, I get that. I get that for sure. Because what you don't want to do is like I say, some of that stuff you may already know. Like that video 950 shared with us the other day. I'm like, bro, he was crazy. Something was really wrong with my man. It's like, what they say, cocaine's a hell of a drug. But but no, for real, man. Like, you are crazy. Who thinks to do that to somebody? Like, come on, man.
Hey, bro. Some people take that seniority stuff very seriously. So when he says,
I
"Young
guess
pup,
so. Yeah, life or death.
young pup, get up," you don't get up, there's consequences.
very, very, very serious ones, as we see. I was like, bro, what the hell is this?
I mean, that's taking it a little way too far, but
right.
I mean, oh Jesus.
Oh, for sure. I'm like, dang, dog, it's like that. You're a wild boy. You're a wild boy. So
some things you can just wait.
So yeah, man. So I got a question. It may
Yes,
be
sir.
too early. People in the chat, go ahead and do what you think, do what you do. But my question is, what's your too early NFL or college football prediction? What too early? What you got? Your Trojans going to the Big Ten championship? What is it?
I would just say USC finally get to the playoffs. Let's just
Okay. All right. What is it? 12? 12, right?
yeah. So
Yeah,
we can get to if we can get inside the 12. First we gotta crack the top 25. So that's what I'm saying. That's a long story, but what's another one?
I mean, you got NFL and college. You can say, hey, your boys get, win a division, something, Go ahead, man. It's your prediction.
No, I mean I'm not even worried about us. Honestly, I'm looking at for something real crazy, like
Yeah. Go ahead.
the Giants win our division.
Low key, if you bet that in Vegas, you would cash out. If that hit, you
That
cashing
hit,
out.
yeah.
You
Done,
cash.
done, data.
Yeah, you may be able to retire because the purse gonna be so crazy. It's like, bruh,
I
nobody
mean,
saw this.
something like that. That's what I would, my teams, you can always do that to your teams. That's too
Yeah,
easy.
yeah,
But something like that's what I was thinking. Like in college, what would it be? But in the pros, I guess we could say like the Super Bowl would be Jacksonville versus the Saints. I don't know. You know what I mean? Just something outrageously crazy. I have no idea. But I
yeah.
do know one thing. I will never make give anybody props until the game is over. I do know that because that happened
Yeah, as
yesterday.
we start yesterday. So 950. Before you came in, man, my question to OG is give us a too early NFL and or college football prediction.
Too early
What you got? Too early, yeah.
that the Jets are going
Since
to
the
be a
season
bad
is
team.
oh what what you say? Say
That
that
the
again?
Jets are going to be a bad team because they looked horrible last night. And
Who
as a
they
Jet
play?
fan, it was hard to watch.
Even though it's preseason, okay.
Even though it was preseason, because again, people got all excited last week because Justin had that one great drive against Green Bay. They go, wow, we about ready to take off. And then last night, you have Russell Wilson looking like he was back at Wisconsin, throwing at bombs and all that.
Yeah.
But again, can never get too high, get too low.
When you
Even
put
in
it that
some of
way,
the joint practices, some of the passes Justin Fields was throwing, my nephew was throwing them same passes this morning. I'm like, what are you a Justin Fields fan? So
come on,
I
man.
think it's, like I was taking people off the ledge all last night. Like, look, it's preseason. I think we'll be okay. So to answer your question, too early to say we're only going to win 4 games.
Okay. All right. My early prediction. I think the Jags may actually be a decent team. Honestly.
It's early for you.
Yeah, it is. Hey,
It's
look.
morning.
I just think, it's always one of them things they don't talk about. That division. I mean, how does Houston look? They don't
Yeah.
have a best tackle. Yes, you added Chubb, but how does Collins come back off that hamstring? Uh, what's the other receiver? Is he even playing this year? The young
Del,
kid from Houston, Tank Dell.
Del, yeah.
Didn't he?
Yeah, I
Didn't he
think so.
break something?
Or tore something.
Right. Yeah, broke his leg. That's what it was, I believe.
Oh, he'll be back.
So it's just one of them things. I think. I mean that division ain't bad. It's not like like Kev's division where you got hey, we got the Bills and then the Jets and the Patriots, but I can see it happening. That's just me.
All right. I've been seeing some stuff and I'm not sure, so I'm gonna ask my fellas.
Okay.
Is there anything going on with Travis Hunter and his girl? I mean, his wife or whatever?
I
Because I
looked that
keep
up.
seeing.
I that's all. It's all fake news.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's all
I don't know.
Okay.
speculation. I
People
saw that.
got a lot of free time on their hands, man. They hating on this young kid. Let him live. And if he happens divorce, he won't be the first person in America to get divorced with money, and he won't be the last. His matter of
Right.
fact, his head coach in college lost almost $100 million in marriages. So I mean, he'd be all right.
Yeah,
Dion lost
okay.
some major money messing with his wives. So I mean, he'll He'll be fine. I mean, he's not built that way. Like, he's not going to be in the clubs. That's not him. So if he's going to be with somebody, he's going to be with somebody. Of course, listen, man, the money make you gorgeous. People act like, oh, wow, well, she don't love him for him. No, of course, come on, the money make it a little better. But that's with any woman, man. Who be fooling out here?
Yeah, true.
So if he
So
get taken, he get taken. So what? He'll be all right. He's young.
all right, and then
But
part two of that question: is he hurt?
No,
The
why?
upper. They said he had an upper body thing. That's why he didn't play yesterday, or not going to play today.
Oh,
The upper body
maybe he
injury.
hurt. Maybe he did something in practice. I don't think it's anything that's going to keep him out the season. It's probably more precautionary, but he got to gain weight. I mean, he's got to put on muscle mass. I mean, we know that from college. So that's why I don't think playing both ways makes a lot of sense, because it's like he's not built for that right now. And if you're going to do that in the NFL, you better get 2 contracts. One as a DB and one as a wide receiver. They're not going to pay you. They're not going to pay you because you play both.
True. Okay.
Oh yeah, he ain't playing today. They say it's unclear, like his injury though. From what I'm looking at. But yeah,
That's probably more precautionary.
I kept seeing that too about the divorce. I just Googled it, and
Okay.
maybe somebody be done shared it by now if it was true.
It would have been on Schefter, or you would have saw it on reputable
sites.
But I don't understand why, like the kids, just let them be, leave them alone.
Because people ain't got nothing else better to do.
Let that boy figure
Their
out.
life suck.
Yeah.
Oh, it just came up. He will not play today. Upper body. So ain't no tell.
That's probably a chest or shoulder. Probably got hit. He probably trying to make a tackle and got hit in the chest, and the chest is probably all bruised up. He can't lighten the ass. Listen, NFL football is not 7-on-7 football. It's not. It's grown man football. And when I was telling people, obviously he won every award there was to man last year in college. Maybe going back to school wouldn't be a bad thing. I understand the money's there, number 2 pick. You can't turn around generational wealth. I get that. But from just a preparation standpoint, I don't know if he'd be really prepared, because he really still got to gain weight. He's a phenomenal talent. He's got God-given traits. But that's not enough in the NFL. Yeah. It is a brutal sport. It's a grind.
All right. So going from one Colorado Buffalo to another one that didn't play yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Got a question. Is he being trolled? Hold on.
Who should know?
Right here.
Will you share that with everybody at home?
Yeah, I think
Will you share noise and you don't let it infiltrate yourself? Will you share that with everybody at home?
Yeah, I think it's just part of it. There's entertainers and there's competitors, and I totally understand that. And my job is to compete, and that's what I'm focused on doing. Of course, we're doing this mid-game, but it's something that I'll get used to, and just want to be the best teammate I can and create an environment where we can all go do our best work. That's all we want to do. All you in this room are entertainers, and you have a job to do, and I respect it, right? And I'm a competitor, so I have a job to do as well. And I think, just understanding that, that's how I've lived by, and I've said that multiple times. So definitely not a new quote, but something that I've definitely said before. Yeah, I just said that, yeah.
So is he just talking, or is he taking the Dan language when they played Colorado year before last?
Well, listen, let's be real. Of course, he was talking about Shadua. I mean, obviously, he tried to clean it up, because why would he try to clean up something he said in the press conference? Nobody in the media asked him who he was talking about. Somebody pulled him aside in the locker room like, "Yo, son, you got to clean that up." Now, again, we know he wasn't with Oregon 2 years ago, but we know that the quote, Dan Lannon, is not played in Hollywood. We don't play for clicks. So he obviously played for Dan Lanning last year. Nah, he was 2 years ago. That was Bo Nix. He was at Oklahoma 2 years ago. He only played 1 year at Colorado and Oregon.
It's funny though how he's saying the same thing as coach. Yeah, it's
well,
just
you know,
funny
Dan Lanning was still hating on Prime even after they left. The Pac-10 broke up. He was still hating on Colorado. But the reality is that, yeah, I mean, listen, let's be real. This guy is he's a confident quarterback. He's somebody who believes he belongs. And he sees Shador coming here. And in his mind, they drafted me first. I hit it first. And y'all still raving about this guy, 2.2 million viewers to watch him play, all the podcasts. And just for the record, people who, adults, grown adults who are rooting for this kid to fail or get hurt so Shador can play, y'all sick too. All right, all this young man's trying to do is compete. Now, again, some people handle it better than others. That wasn't his best moment. At least he came out and said he was sorry. But of course, he was talking about Shador. There's no question about it.
Yeah. Oh.
At this point, bro, you better hope you get the job. Because you selling some tickets that I don't think your talent is gonna back up. But I get it. But at the same token, you're an entertainer too. You entertain people to come pay to see you, regardless if you think you're a competitor or not. Y'all both in the same boat. So I hope him and Shador kind of go off to the side. He can really get that off his chest and explain to him.
Right.
Because if, like you said, if I'm Shador, I'm taking that comment very personal. And just like I rolled up on a reporter, I'm gonna roll up on you in the locker room and just, yo, bro, is there a problem between us?
Right. And it's not
Because
Shador's fault either, man. Shador's just competing. Shador's not part of the circus. Yeah, I can admit there's a circus around Shador, but that's not him. That guy's practicing, coming in early, leaving late, working just as hard as you are, maybe even harder. So the reality is that, you know, while I think Gabriel's pointing his directions to the wrong person, and again, it's all, you know, all alleged, but you're pointing your directions to the wrong person. That kid is working, you know. But again, that goes to show the pressure that he's on. People forget, before Shador got hurt this week, he was going to work with Flacco with the ones. They were going to split reps before the oblique. So again, Dylan came out, and I think Dylan, again, is proud football player, came out early and did his thing. OG, he was quick to the dance. But then the thing that has always haunted him throughout his 3 college stops, Central Florida, Oklahoma, and even last year at Oregon, he throws the interceptions. He doesn't have the arm strength to throw into he's not Jeff George, okay? You're not hitting windows like that. And he got caught. Again, obviously the receivers ran the wrong route. We get that. But in that case, you either run, which he couldn't run because he's dealing with the ham. He just throw the ball away, live to see another down. But the thing about it, things will happen in a football game. The thing I noticed about Gabriel is that after that play, he got a little unhinged. You know, a friend of mine was watching the game. He called me and said, "Did you notice that after the interception, he tried the defender was running with the ball and he just ran out of balance?" I said, "Wow." And I had the replays. I did notice that. He said, "Yeah, I know he has a hamstring, but you don't just run out of balance. It's giving up on the play. That's showing immaturity." Then he comes back with the handoff, which is all him. Quarterback has got to be able to have that extension and put that ball in pocket to the running back. So he had 2 turnovers. So what he did in that first drive was exceptional. He did exactly what you're supposed to do. Get rid of the ball quick, find a quick receiver, find a hot read, and go. But what will hurt you in any NFL team, whatever position you play, is turnovers. And I think that negated what he did. So I think, again, if we're starting to compare, which people will do, week 1 to week 2, Shador versus Gabriel, you probably got to go Shador. And I think, again, he's feeling that pressure. Case in point, these comments come out.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question. Based off, you know, we seen each of them play. Who would you give that edge to?
Yeah.
You know.
Well, one got 2 tugs and the other one got 2 turnovers.
And also with Shador, if you look at the game plan, a lot of his passes was second and third reads. That's very impressive by a rookie quarterback. Most rookie quarterbacks, all right, let's get rid of the ball quick And that was what Gabriel was doing yesterday. Let's get rid of first read, bang, get it gone. Shador checking off second. Those 2 touchdowns were all second and third reads. Number 2, it was game management. Again, things will happen in a football game, interceptions, fumbles. But the way you manage the team, game management, 2, that checks Shador. We all knew Gabriel was a decent quarterback. Guy was back, was Heisman Trophy runner-up. There's nothing that says he can't perform. But again, it's all about game management, reducing turnovers, and making plays when you need to. Gabriel can make the plays when you need to, but then the issues with managing the team, and also the turnovers. Shador doesn't give you that. And if we gauge in apples to apples week 1, the operation ran quite smoothly throughout the 3 quarters. And if you notice, Gabriel didn't play the third quarter. When he played the half. And that's probably predicated to the 2 turnovers.
But also, can we take it a step further, saying that Shador really didn't have that much practice with the ones, or whoever was out there when he was out there. Gabriel had a whole week.
Yeah.
Since between the preseasons to get ready.
And a dual practices this past week.
Right. So if we're looking at not just what you did, on game day, let's just take those 2 circumstances. Shador's ahead of you because he did more with less and less preparation than what you did. That's just in my book. So if that's what they're saying is true, yeah, Shador's ahead in my book just because of that alone, not what he did on the field.
Right. And one last thing. Listen, I mean, we know football, a lot of football people who are watching this, the Browns, they know Shador's a better quarterback. I mean, let's just call it what it is. They drafted Dylan Gabriel.
No. We can't say that they know. Let's just say we hope they know Shador is a better quarterback. Let's just say that.
I hear what you're saying, though. I think they know, but sometimes politics get in the way. When they drafted Dylan Gabriel, they drafted him to be a quality backup, which I think Dylan Gabriel can be an excellent backup in this league and be a guy who can come in and make plays once in a while. Shador's situation, I don't care who you are, Stevie Wonder can see Shador's situation was not a talent situation. There was other things involved. And we were all saying before the draft, we thought Cleveland would take Shador at 3?
Right.
So they took him at 5. I saved them a whole lot of money. But if this is 1, 2, 3 collusion hut, we know the deal. So I think Barry and them, they know the deal. But on the flip side, do you want the circus? Not Shador's fault, but do you want to have a guy? And this is what I was saying in our rooms, where I still think if you don't want me, just let me go. Because if you're not gonna have me at least the backup quarterback, if you're gonna have me third string on the practice squad, all Cleveland's bringing is sorrow to their program. People gonna be hating on them because again, he brings too much attraction. So that's why I think if you're keeping him around, he's got to be the number 2 quarterback. He's not going to start week 1. They're going to start Flacco because they got a 6-game gauntlet. The goal for him or Gabriel is to be the backup, because after Flacco gets beat up like a piñata the first 6-8 weeks, then here comes the rookie. Who's the rookie that's going to take that spot? And again, that's where it's at, because if the rookie takes the spot, and I do think both guys will play, but if that rookie comes in and lights up, it's over. The second rookie is never going to see the light of day. He's either going to get traded or he's going to be a career backup. And that's the key. So I think right now Shador's ahead. I think what we saw yesterday is Gabriel kind of showing that chink in the armor that most people will show when jealousies or what have you range. And again, I mean, we've all been in athletics. We've all been in businesses where that will happen. You think somebody rocking with you, they ain't really rocking with you. And that's cool, because this is a competitive business. This is a business. This is a $1 billion business. So I don't care about you. Just like last week when we saw Shador get those touchdowns, Gabriel and Deshaun Watson was sitting on the bench. Just like yesterday when Gabriel threw the pick 6, you saw Shador. Yeah, don't worry about it, baby. Don't worry about it. We get him the next time. You think, come on, man.
We all been in this position. These guys ain't. They don't care about each other, but they're professional, and you got to go through the motions. But that's just sports.
Yeah.
No, you got a point. You got a point.
Shador was
100%.
like, "Yeah, baby, don't worry about it." Gabriel cussing at himself. Shador like patting guys on the butt when Gabriel was throwing that rock. Shador had the towel over his head and didn't want to look at it. Come on, man. It is what it is, and I'm not mad at them because you're competing against each other. Again, I'm not saying people are ruthless, but hey,
Human nature.
Right. Thank you. Oh, human nature. Just like what Shannon Sharp once said when he was a rookie, a guy gave him the wrong play to run the wrong route. Yeah, because people do stuff like that. Because when you're talented and you know you're talented and somebody's trying to chase you and they know in their heart of hearts, this guy's better than me. I'm gonna do anything. And that happens, man. Like, wow, this guy's better than me, or this guy he can do this. You might not have like a problem with that dude, but if you're trying to get the same goals, like, damn, like human nature.
No, you're right.
I learned that in radio. So yeah, I get what you mean.
Mm-hmm. That's a sport too, baby.
Yes, it is. Woo!
That's a sport too. Motherfuckers will fuck up your mic, your boards. That's a sport.
Tell you, I mean, yeah, we'll get into that later. Just go.
Put things in a teleprompter that ain't real. I seen it happen live.
Mess up an edit that you just did.
Oh,
Mess up an edit you just did. Yeah. Undo everything. Yeah. I've seen it. It happened to me. I just had to fix it.
Yeah. It's a reason why on TV is all the beautiful people. Why they all now getting Botox and BBLs to do the news. Really? Like the chick from ESPN. What's the chick? A Boomer K? She got BBL. She wasn't cocking like that before. The African chick that be on with women's basketball with Stephen A. sometimes. She got BBL. Huh?
I say I didn't know that.
Go look up. The hater miss nothing.
If the legs and the wagon don't match, it ain't real.
You must have quit.
All right, Swab, go ahead. We're getting off the rails. Get us, bro.
Yeah.
Bring us back in, Swab.
Continue on, Swab.
No, but to that point, I mean, just going based off of last two games, I would say Shador is in the lead, though. Just as far as one is looking better compared to the other. And
let me ask you guys a question: what they do with Pickett?
Now, that goes back to my question I had in the room. How many quarterbacks do you keep at the regular to begin the season? And who are they? Because has Pickett even practiced yet?
Not in about 2.5 weeks. Maybe longer.
Okay, so in football thinking, you have your starter. Your backup is usually somebody, a veteran. Then you have a rookie on top of that.
Mm-hmm.
Would you have two rookies as your backup?
If you're Cleveland, you could, because you can say to yourself, well, you know what? We're not going anywhere with a 40-year-old. We know what the deal is. We got 2 first-round picks next year that we could take on a quarterback. So let's at least keep both rookies, active each week. And then once the season gets away, because it will get away from them quick, let them play the rookies. So that's why I think both rookies will play, unless one rookie comes in and he's like Dan Marino, like you ain't come, or he's Dak first year, he ain't coming out. But if he's just playing,
Oh, go ahead, because I have another better.
No, so I think Gus, go though. I'm sorry.
What would I guess a better question would be, instead of what quarterbacks would you keep, what record would Cleveland need to have to keep their current coaching staff without miss? You know what I mean? Because I think that's more important than what's going to happen this year. Is what's happening next year and the year after? Like, who's going to be the coach?
And that's the $1 million question, my boy. Because if they win 4 games, I can't see Haslam bringing back Stefanski or Berry, the GM.
Okay.
So
we
that's why I
talking
think they got to at least
5-6
win
games?
6. They got to, to me, in my opinion, they got to win 7 games. If they go 7 and 9, well, that would be 7 and 10, or 8 and 9, somewhere near 500, and they find a quarterback, that is a fantastic. Now they got something because you got 2 first-round picks next year. You go get, now you ain't got to draft a quarterback. I can go draft, other areas. They also picked up the kid Isaiah Bond from Texas, the one that was initially supposed to be a first-round pick, but got arrested, and he was taking off a lot of draft boards. They're signing him. So, Cleveland, they like the jailblazers. They don't care about records. Police records. But he's a great talent. So, again, from a football perspective, not a moral perspective, you might get a steal. So I think, again, that Stefanski is trying to do everything to try to win this year. That's why you start Flacco. If they had the guarantees from the ownership, in my opinion, that they don't need to start Flacco, they would easily go with one of the rookies. But again, by doing that, you put yourself in jeopardy that, we got 2 first-round picks next year, but I might not be here to pick them. So that's the thing with Shedeur, what I was mentioning, that even if he plays, or even if he's plays some games, if the team don't win games, it's not going to matter because they're going to fire everybody. And a new house gets a new coat of paint. So new coach, new GM, I'm drafting my own guy. I'm not, no disrespect to Shedeur. He might be on the roster, he might not, but I'm drafting my starting quarterback to be my future, especially in a heavy, rich quarterback draft. So it's important, or in my opinion, impeccable for the Browns to at least win 6 to 8 games. If they can win between 6 and 8 games, it keeps Stefanski there. Obviously, if they win 6 to 8 games and they play a rookie quarterback some of those games, they now have an idea. Do we just clean house with quarterbacks and go draft a rookie, or do we have that star in our camp? In my opinion, the only guy in that building that has possible long-term opportunity to be a starting quarterback for the Browns is Shedeur Sanders. I don't see Dylan Gabriel as a long-term solution. Who knows? Anything could happen. I don't see it right now. But to me, that battery has to stay in place in order for Shedeur to be in Cleveland long-term.
All right. No, because because I know we've talked about in the rooms before, but it all comes down to, it doesn't matter. We kept saying, it doesn't matter what you do this year. If like you said, if they clean house, none of y'all could be there.
None of y'all gonna be there. Right.
So in that case, and Suave, please jump in on this one. If you're a rookie quarterback coming into that type of situation, knowing that the coach could be there or gone, do you still give it 100% to try to keep the coach, to keep your job? Or you just say whatever happens, happens?
I think like Shedeur is doing, you just got to make the best of it for yourself.
Okay.
Because even if they don't keep you, like they say, you're this is your resume for the other 31 teams.
Okay.
So and
obviously you got to put the best on film for yourself. But the reality is, again, this is what I was saying to our dear brother in the other room. You got to be real. We can wish. Angels in the Outfield was a great movie, but it ain't real. If I'm on a team and my coach gets fired, I'm a backup quarterback, right? Or I play some games and my coach gets fired. I'm now in the ether, right? Now I gotta hope another team says, you know what? He's done enough for him to come in here. We know most NFL teams are looking for that quarterback to build their franchise around. They might have a guy or two right now on the roster, or they might go get what they call a journeyman to kind of hold the fort. A second-year quarterback is not a journeyman, but you become that very quickly because now you're trying to find a team that's going to believe in you like everybody else is. That's the reality. Ask Josh Rosen that question. 9th pick in the draft. Fire the head coach. They draft Kyler Murray, and that's the end of him. Now he's trying to find a job, 3rd string, practice squad. It ain't even talking about being a starter. You know, ask Kenny Pickett that question. Kenny Pickett, 1st round pick by Pittsburgh. I mean, coach didn't get fired, but they got rid of him. Fell on his face. Went to Philly as a backup. Now he's trying to make it, trying to win a job. It ain't anointed him the job. He's trying to win a job as a starting quarterback. This happens. It happened also to Brock. What's the kids that play with Denver? Brock Osweiler. Thank you. This happens, and those are higher draft picks. So just because we all the People's Republic of Africa is rooting for Shedeur Sanders, that doesn't necessarily mean if once you leave your incumbent team, somebody gonna go, oh yeah, he's my starter. It don't work that way. I want the kid to be successful too, but we gotta be realistic. Are we gonna be real, or are we gonna talk fantasy? What we doing?
I got you.
That's all I'm saying. So,
but I think it is always a silver lining, because you can always, people may not want to hear this, you could be Charlie Batch. You know, you could get somewhere and be the 10, 15-year backup. Make your money. You ain't got to worry about,
but the People's Republic don't want that, Suave. People's Republic want to be Tom Brady.
Right. No. I get that, but still.
Right.
Let's be realistic. You was drafted in the 5th round. Tom Brady ain't happening every year.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not.
That's what I'm saying.
Tom Brady, everybody can't be Brady. But you could be a Charlie Batch.
Yeah.
You know, he came in when Pittsburgh needed him, got a couple Super Bowl rings, still made a couple mil. Like
Jason Garrett.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody not meant to be the starter.
A Gabby Kubiak. Yeah, I'm with you. That's what but the fan base wants him to kind of be the star, wants him to be Willie Beeman. That's all I'm saying.
I will say though, Cleveland is a place, let's just be honest, they'll mess up a good thing every time.
They'll kill a wet dream.
Yeah. They'll wake you up too soon. But but no, man, like seriously, like you ain't got too many options. Now, yes, if the head coach is fired, then of course, you know, you clean house, start over from scratch. Of course.
Like a good brother that I know through the independent media, one Swap, don't say his name, that you tried to get on the show. He was saying, now wait a little bit, where he comes out, and he's a good brother, and I'm not talking about him, but he comes out yesterday.
I'll tell you about that later.
Okay. He comes out yesterday and goes, yeah, man, Shadeur's suited up. They might play him. Shedeur ain't practice all week. Really?
And they said he wasn't playing, though.
Right. But this is what I'm trying to say. Like, it's the unrealistic expectations to put on this young man. This is not a movie. This is the NFL. They don't need you. They don't need anybody. That shield is priceless. So that's why I'm like, to answer your question, you are absolutely right. He could go somewhere, be a backup, and maybe work his way into this. That's possible. But the reality of somebody going, wow, Shedeur lit that thing on fire. Oh, they fired Stefanski. Oh, I'm bringing him in to be my starter. That's not normally the way it's going to work. That's all I'm saying. Now, if Stefanski stays, they win 7 games. He looks good. Now we got a future. Now it's cool because now I got my incumbent. But if that guy who is gone and everything starts fresh again, you start fresh. That's all I'm saying. Nobody's going to say, oh, because he lit the cover off the ball, I'm bringing Shedeur in a heavy quarterback draft. Yeah. I know I'm going to go draft a guy, and then I'm going to go get me a Teddy Bridgewater type to hold the water for a year before that's how the NFL does it. Every team does it. What we've seen recently with the Sam right. What we've seen with the new right. That's a stopgap. What we've seen with the new version of Sam Donalds, the Justin, the Bakers, the Justin Fields. where a couple of guys are getting that opportunity, former first rounders are getting that opportunity to show if they can play still. Again, we have to look at it. Shador's not your normal fifth rounder. I get that. But that's a very hard jump for somebody to go from whether he's 2 or 3 on the depth chart, and then Cleveland cleans house, and he's got to find a new home. That's all I'm saying. Those things that's not the norm how it goes.
Gotcha.
I can root for him too, but I'm just calling like I see it. I ain't got no time to dream. I live in reality. This ain't the Matrix.
But that's why I say too, though. You could still be able to stay in the league. You just, everybody's not meant to be, a starter. Yes, it's 32 teams, 32 opportunities, but it ain't.
That's true. But then that star power drifts. And that goes back to why I wrote the article. Because if he's good enough to be a starter in this NFL. Let's just say what it is. Mm-hmm. He's good enough to be a starter in this league, whether he starts in Cleveland or not. Whether you get the opportunity is a whole nother thing. So, but if you're on second string or third string, you can't walk in with the Grim Reaper. you can't walk in with a guy with a spear if you're the third string quarterback. You can't have the media asking you a million questions. You won't have podcasters talking about Shador unless they send him to play. You lose star power. And again, you don't become the number one jersey seller as a third string quarterback either. So that's all I'm trying to say. Go.
Can I ask a question? How many times has the Cleveland Browns been the number one game during preseason?
Never. I don't think ever.
Okay.
I don't think they were doing that when Jim Brown was playing.
Because this is back-to-back weeks that they've been on. Their preseason games has been televised, live.
I mean,
and there's some teams that you still ain't seen.
I do you one better. How out of all these years, how many times are they the number one topic? Seem like every week.
Never.
No, same thing.
Them.
Yeah.
Even when they signed Deshaun, they weren't talked about. Yeah, exactly.
No.
Oh, they were talked about. They just talked about the contract.
Right.
Yeah.
Not the player.
All that money.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's what I was. I mean, because they've been on, and I mean, they even moved games to put them on TV.
Yeah.
So, NFL is trying to say, "Hey, Cleveland, you got a reason to be on TV now."
But you know what? Also, OG, they could do that all preseason, right? They could keep. He's not going to get cut. He's not going to get cut until if he got cut, he wouldn't be to the end of preseason anyway. He's not going to get cut next week. He would go to the last cuts, or they would try to get him, put him on waivers and then try to put him to the practice squad. Right. So he's not going to get cut. So the mission accomplished. People can't return them jerseys. Jerseys already been brought. So they might have conquered what they want.
14 mil off them jerseys, right?
Number one rookie, and I think already like a top 5 NFL player. And he's already a superstar off the field in the NFL. When you talk about jersey sales, exposure, notoriety, he's already a superstar. But again, this league is about football. And again, the only way after a while that dries out. Like for instance, case in point, when Deion first went to Jackson State, everybody was talking about Jackson State. When Deion first went to Colorado, everybody talking about Colorado. It's not that much buzz anymore. I mean, they're still talking about them, but not like they were back in the day, 2-3 years ago. So people find different things. So you got to. The only way to keep that buzz and that hype is that you got to feed the animal. You got to feed the beast. Feeding the beast is not holding a clipboard. Like I said, you can't walk in third string quarterback with an entourage guy with a spear. That ain't cute. That's only when you're the starter. When you're the man, you can do that. You can't do that. Okay.
I looked into that. That was somebody that plays for the Browns.
Right, but he came in with Shador with the spear. He didn't come in on his own.
Yeah, but they also showed a clip too. Pre-game, he walked out on the field, no shoes, same guy. I'm like, all right, he kind of like an Erykah Badu type. But
part of the selling point, the kid knew he he knew if he walked in there by himself, and he might get one person.
Yeah. And he was actually
him and
highly touted coming out of college.
But
He
he
went
know
to
Mark.
Bama.
He must have took marketing at Alabama because he knew walking with Shador would get
We'll get
exposure.
more. Right.
So Alabama
So
just not for dummies. He knows he learned something out there.
so let's just say I'm not wishing this, but let's just say he gets weighed. What team do you see trying to get him off the weight?
The Rams.
You could the
The
Rams.
Rams. Because they got a
I'm saying New
37-year-old
Orleans.
quarterback. New
I'm
Orleans
saying
too.
New Orleans.
Right, because they got a coach, even though they have a bad, he's got a 5-year deal. He's not going anywhere
Yeah.
anytime soon. New Orleans could do it, right? But remember, New Orleans did draft the kid at number 2, the first pick in the second round. And I think that was a horrible pick. But they did draft the kid in the second round. And,
okay.
the kid from Louisville,
Wasn't that in the first round?
Nah,
Didn't
first
they
pick
move
of the
back
second.
in the?
No, first pick of the second round, 33rd pick or something like that. Tyler Ball, I think it's Ball, something like that. They drafted him. So,
Okay.
and if they're as bad as people think they'll probably be in the sweepstakes for a top quarterback again next year. So it's possible. But the Rams, you bring in a coach that knows how to work quarterbacks, offensive genius. It puts Shador in Hollywood, where it from an off the field perspective, it's a win-win for the Rams. The Rams are still second tier to the Raiders, and maybe even to the 49ers in their market, and to Dallas. So having Shador would help them with star power. And on top of that, you got a quarterback who's not afraid of a rookie because he's the starter. Staff is the man. Garoppolo they can get rid of, and he's going to be around probably another 2 years. And after that, you can take over the reins. You don't have to worry about paying this guy big money because he wasn't a first-round pick. It was a 5th-round pick, so he can sit 2 years. And I think that's a great thing. You got a coach who's not worried about Dion taking his job. You got a quarterback who's not worried about the noise with Shador. It's Hollywood. It sells off-the-field tickets and merch. And he's a guy he can actually come in there and learn. And don't have to worry about the teammates feeling like, jealous of him or guys. Because Stafford is a made man. Coaching staff's made. They're not going nowhere. They solid. To me, I was hoping the Rams drafted him in the draft. But I think that would be the best place for him to play because they got an older quarterback. He can learn. And even Garoppolo's older. So he's not a long-term. So he can sit at third string for a while there and learn and then obviously be the man in 2026, 2027.
Well, I will say this. If your quarterback has a bad back, takes one hit, ask Tony Romo, it is over.
Yeah.
So I see why they're not practicing him, but I can see your point about him going to the Rams.
And then that would right, and that would feed the United African Society for Shador, United Colors of Bennington, because now he's one play away from getting on the field. He's one play away with a quarterback with a bad back. And the other one
the black coalition to be happy. Is that what you're trying to say? The black coalition.
And the other quarterback loves porn. He's a porn hub guy. So he's one play away from being on the field. Everybody wins.
Next topic, Swab. Next topic, Swab.
Wait a minute. And he does it in Los Angeles and Hollywood. He does it in Hollywood. Oh my God. Hollywood,
that takes it to a whole nother level.
Can't write a better script.
Hey,
that is funny.
We gonna see though. But I think, everybody can't be a starter, but you can still stay around. What Teddy Bridgewater make about $50 million?
Minnesota. But Swab. I get what you're saying, but Shador's not built to be a backup. He's not built to be a backup.
It ain't about what he ain't. Look, at this point, you just want to stay in the league.
I get it. We get what you're saying.
This is what I'm saying. It's not a bad thing if you're not a starter. I hear you. That black coalition, all that, but they're not the ones making the depth chart. That's what it is.
It's not about the coalition, Swab. It's
Yeah,
about
yeah.
Shadur. No, hold on. We're talking about Shadur. Shadur is not built and does not have the personality to be a backup. That's
I
all
get
I'm
that.
saying.
I hear what you're saying. But if you can't start, you just gotta be able to stay on the team. Yes, they may do like they did Tebow and Denver. Once the quarterback started looking bad, they chanting Tebow. That lasted about 8 games. They won a playoff game. Denver thought they found the next one. Then he went to New England and he started looking like Tim Tebow again. I get
So
all that.
Swab, in that thought process, what you're saying, okay, career backup in the league, then why not go up north where I can be the star on and off the field?
I would, and then you can always come back.
Right.
Yeah,
But
that's
Because
what. That's
again,
what. But
because
that's
what
the whole
OG
point
is
of
saying that
saying.
he ain't got no, it kills the buzz as a backup, and he
That's what I'm
needs
saying.
that. Yeah. Mhm.
So everything you're saying, I'm
I think
agreeing
he'll
with.
be all right.
Don't have to say all that because he's not built to be a backup.
No.
So he would not be a backup. Your
So,
backup should not get more
so and that
airtime than your starter.
and that what you just said. What if you go to LA and Matt Stafford? Matt Stafford plays another 3-5 years. I'm just asking because eventually you just gotta
If
be where you at.
all right, Swab. Let me just say this. In that case, they already know Stafford has one more year with that back. He has not practiced, not touched the
Yes,
field all preseason, all training
yes,
camp.
yes.
So, with that being said, there is no 3 to 4 years left in Stafford. They know this is it for him because he knows this is it for him. This is it. That's what I'm saying. If he does go to the Rams, like Kev said, I totally forgot about it. They know next year they need another quarterback, regardless
So
of the fact they're going to have to get a
do,
quarterback.
do y'all think he could be a year in and year out franchise quarterback?
Yeah,
I do.
in the right
I do.
with the right system, yes.
I do. I think he can be a very good. I'm not saying he's going to be a superstar, but he can be a
Yeah,
very good NFL quarterback. Very good NFL. A solid, durable NFL quarterback. Yes, I do believe that.
Okay. All right.
And
Okay.
that would be perfect because then Cat Rooney and any given Sunday have a bad back too.
yep,
Yeah, something
yep.
like that.
Hollywood, baby. And
That's what I'm saying.
Pacino would be like what's the Rams coach name again? I forgot his name real quick. What's his
Sean
name?
McVay.
McVay.
McVay, right? McVay
But he's not
is
as old.
Hollywood.
He's
Right,
just not
right.
as old.
Not as old,
Yeah.
but he also remember Pacino was messing with the hookers. McVay got himself a model girlfriend or wife. You got Willie Beeman playing Shadua Singer. It's Hollywood. It's perfect. Think about the irony. Think about this. You got possibly Aaron Donald coming back, who's Shark, who was LT, the Shark.
Yeah, yeah,
Nobody.
yeah. But he only said that under the Michael Parsons thing.
Oh,
He
okay. I was
yeah.
going to say
He
it's like
said
a movie.
he said if Mike could get traded to LA, he'll come play 1 or
Then you
2 more
add
years.
Daddy Dion. It's a movie. It's made for Hollywood. I'm
Man,
surprised the Rams owner, who's a big Hollywood guy. I'm surprised he ain't like, yo, I hope they cut him.
I think they,
I hope they cut him.
I
I
think
don't
they are,
think they
bro.
will. I don't
I
think
think
they
they,
will.
I think a lot of teams are second guessing that after seeing him and just saying, okay, if he gets cut, there's going to be a bidding war for him. I
Oh
do
yeah.
believe that.
Yeah, I do.
I think they're gonna keep him on that roster and probably put Dylan Gabriel on that practice squad.
But
I don't
I'm
think
starting to think that they're gonna follow what you're saying, Swab. I don't think he's gonna get out of Cleveland. I think they're gonna make
no.
him the backup.
No,
The backup.
it's you sitting on a gold mine. You see what he did before he even took a snap. All the jerseys.
But I don't think Cleveland is worried about
But they ain't worried about that.
No,
The
but
money
I'm
part
just
for the
saying
NFL
though.
is irrelevant.
No,
What?
I'm saying though, as far as Cleveland,
Right.
you know, like we talked about, ain't nobody talked about you this much.
Yo, I
But
haven't seen so much algorithm like Cleveland talk shows and podcasts pop up on my YouTube. And then, I mean, like, one of the guys I'm gotten actually kind of cool with, like, yo, he's pretty good. I'm like, yo, I don't even like the Browns, but I just like hearing y'all talk sports.
Man, I even saw a thread about the reporter. Somebody made a thread about the reporter, just all the stuff he was saying about Shador and some of the local.
Tony Grassi,
yeah.
Good though. What you
But
saying?
I mean, no, I'm just saying Cleveland ain't
and
worried
some of
about
like
all that
local.
because if they were, they wouldn't be bringing in every quarterback they could find under the sun.
That's
Regardless
thing
if you
too,
need
right?
if you need camp bodies or not, you would not keep bringing in quarterbacks if that's what you were concerned about. That's why I'm saying there is a possibility he will not be in Cleveland because I don't. If the owner don't want you and the GM don't want you, who wants you? Who's gonna claim you?
So who drafted him?
It don't. They're both saying they didn't want him. The owner said the
I'm just
GM.
asking who drafted him.
I don't. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. They're not saying.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I
that's
think
what I'm saying.
I think the owner still drafted him personally.
I'm saying, but they're both claiming out saying we didn't want him on the team.
That's true.
I'm going by
Anything
face
is
value.
possible, man. I really think in their heart of hearts, and I hate to say this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I think they want Shador to fall flat on his face, and so it gives them a reason to say you know, hey, we had to make a move, but he's not allowing them to do that because he's balling. And when you got the team superstars and Njoku and Garrett all coming around a rookie, that says a lot. You know, that's why I think again that the Dylan Gabriel thing is a problem because now they got to ask themselves, can we even keep Gabriel and Shador in the same room? Because if you're saying that after a preseason game, we're still in training camp, what are you going to say in like week 5? You know, when it really revs up. So that says a lot too. Can they even coexist?
But that's why I also asked that question in the room about when do the teammates step up and say, this is the quarterback we want?
I think that happens after they go 0-6. They're going to go OG. They're going to go 0-6. I don't care. Cleveland fans, I'm sorry. Y'all are not winning the first 6 games. That is murderer's row.
What is their first 6 games?
Oh, Swab, pull it up. We go right through them.
What's their first 6?
It is not. I think they open up against Cincy. I know they got Minnesota in there. I think they got Green Bay in there.
The first 6 is Bengals, Ravens, Packers, Lions, Vikings, Steelers.
0-6. Maybe 1-5 they get lucky. But
they might get the Bengals.
Yeah. They pretty much playing all playoff teams in them first 6 games.
Wait a minute. Aren't they playing their whole division in the first 6 games? Didn't you say Cincy, Pittsburgh, and the Ravens?
Yeah. Yes.
But they also got Green Bay.
And they playing their division and the NFC North pretty much.
Minnesota.
And Green Bay.
They got to go to Minnesota and Green. They got to go to Minnesota, right? And Green. They got to go there, right?
No, Minnesota go to Cleveland.
Okay.
And Green Bay.
They both go to Cleveland.
Mm-hmm. They go to Detroit.
That ain't going to help them.
They got Cincy at home though, but that's always a weird game.
Yeah, they might can upset Cincy, right? Because Cincy starts slow, but 1-5. All right, maybe 2-4.
Who else they beat?
I don't think they beat anybody. I think they're going 0-6 personally. But all right, maybe Pittsburgh, maybe Cincy. If you want to give them a fighting chance.
I think by the time they play the Steelers, Aaron Rodgers will be,
And Tune.
Yeah,
That
but
thing that thing will be oiled up.
But it's a rivalry.
Now,
Pittsburgh,
if you was
right?
catching them, I would say if you was catching them one of them first 2 weeks, maybe you could have got them.
Like the Jets.
Cleveland always plays Pittsburgh tough.
Exactly.
Cleveland always plays Pittsburgh tough,
It's a
regardless.
rivalry. It's a rivalry. Yeah.
It's a rivalry game. It's a divisional game, so they know 'em. That's what I'm
Right.
saying. That one probably don't. That one wouldn't make any sense. That one is just if they catch him, regardless if Aaron Rodgers is on fire or not.
Right. And Cleveland does have a good defense. That is their calling card. But
So,
it's just like I said. But again, they can go. Put it this way, they can go 0-6. So to answer your question, though, I think after those first 6 weeks, even if they go 2-4, now it's like, all right, listen, 2-4. The way that division is stacked, the way the AFC is stacked, you're probably about 3 games away from being out of the playoffs, and you ain't even out of October yet. So I think again, you might as well play the kids because you're not going anywhere fast. I don't think Cleveland's winning more than 5 games this year anyway. But that's why if the kids bring in a 6th or 7th win, now you got something. You go 7-10 with that roster and a rookie quarterback playing a majority of the second half of the season. I got hope. Now I got hope for 2026 with 2 first-round picks. That will be 2 top 15
How did they get this
picks.
other first-round pick?
For Travis? Remember, they traded 3 for 5. So the Jaguars can move up to draft Travis. And that's why they drafted Mason Graham. So they swapped first-round picks. And Jacksonville traded next year's pick. So if Jacksonville is bad or decent, Jackson wins 6-7 games, now you got 2 first-round picks maybe in the top 15. So let's just say for the sake of this conversation, let's say they start fresh, right? And they really want Arch Manning. Let's just, if Arch comes out, I don't think he's coming out, but let's just have the conversation.
I'm about to say, Grandpa already said he ain't.
Right, but I'm just talking.
Grandpa already said, no, you're not.
Let's just say for this conversation, he has a problem with Grandpa and he decides to go anyway. We don't believe it's happening. I'm just talking. Right. I got 2 top 15 first-round picks. If I really want this phenomenon in their mind, they think it's a phenomenon, I can trade my 2 top first-round picks to go get a quarterback who I believe, if they believe this, could be a generational talent. Who's going to say no to that?
Wait.
Who's going to say no to 2?
Hold on. Say that again.
I'm saying this. Let's say Jacksonville has a 6-7 win season, which is possible.
Oh, yeah.
Cleveland shouldn't win more than 5 games. Right? Let's say they go 5-12. Yeah. Now, those 2 first-round picks for 2026 are probably no more than top 12, maybe even top 10 picks. 2 of them. If, let's say, Arch Manning decides to come out, and Cleveland's new staff, because it'll be a brand new staff, really wants him, I got 2 first-round picks in the top 10. I can deal for what they would perceive to be a generational talent. What team is going to say no to 2 top, unless they want a quarterback too? That's hard to turn down. That's why they made the trade anyway, because they felt like getting Travis wasn't going to help them this year. And they were already thinking about 2026 quarterback. Because if you felt Travis Hunter was going to be generational, you don't give up that pick.
I think Pawpaw would say no.
But that's why he's probably staying in. That's probably why he's staying in burnt orange and not in Cleveland brown orange next year. He's going to stay in Texas.
Pawpaw would be like, no.
But that's probably why he's going to stay in college. Because Archie can read the tea leaves. He's an OG. He know the deal. They made that trade next year to try to get his grandson. Because they were thinking ahead.
Archie like, hell no.
And if Archie Manning is smart, which we know their family is, he is not going to Cleveland.
No. Not by a long shot.
Just like someone was talking about him going to the Saints. That's not going to happen either.
Yeah, exactly. No.
The Saints will have to just be.
Grandfather probably got CTE because of the Saints. Man, so exactly. I'm just saying, but that's what Cleveland is thinking. So if the Browns, if for some reason they win 7 games and Shador looks great, or even Gable, but one of those guys look like, wow, They're rookies, but there's potential. There's growth. Now I got 2 picks. I don't have to worry about a quarterback.
Yeah.
Which is
I can
huge.
start building my team.
Yeah, start building my team.
Yeah. So before we get out of here, I got a question. Based off what you've seen in preseason, who could be your rookie of the year, offensively or defensively? Or maybe comeback player, however you want to put it. Based off what you've seen. Kev, if you want to mention the Jet, go right ahead.
Well, I did.
Kev?
Sorry about that. Can you hear me, guys? Sorry about that. I'm back.
Yeah, you good. You good. Go ahead.
Yeah. I think Ashton Genty, what I've been seeing from him in preseason.
I saw that yesterday. Yeah.
This kid looked like he going to be a terror. And it looked like the way Pete Carroll wants to play football, USC, Seattle, is lead with that run. And this kid, he prime NFL condition right now. So right now, if I got to pick today, I'm going with Ashton Genty.
All right. Oh, who you got?
I'm gonna step out on the limb. What's his name? Our defensive end we got from Boston College. Emeka something. Emeka something.
Emeka, yeah. Yeah, he's solid too. He's got a lot of he reminds me of a young Pierre Paul. He's long, got the length, he got the bend they talk about. Yeah, and he's going to get a lot of opportunities in that style of defense to go cornerback.
Especially if Michael wants to mess around and sit out, he's getting first team reps already. So that's a plus for him.
Yeah. No matter what happens, that's a plus. Exactly.
Yeah. But I agree with the Genty so far.
Yeah.
I think that boy down there in Tampa, receiver from Ohio State. He's gonna get a lot of this all year against linebackers.
You love your Buckeyes, even when they go pro.
Especially if Mike Evans and Godwin can stay healthy.
Yeah. Now you want to talk about a sleeper team. Tampa's a sleeper team.
And then you got Bucky back there. Another Big Ten product. Well,
from Oregon.
And you also gotta worry about their defense though.
Yeah. They got the other side. They got Shiloh.
And they got that big boy from Florida that they say he don't like the pup list because he can't lose weight.
He can't even get on the field.
And that's crazy. Like, how are you that big, living in Florida, playing football?
They making him look like the guy from Full Metal Jacket, Sergeant Pyle. They just clowning him. He's just walking up and down the field with football pants on. Sergeant Pyle.
It looked terrible, man.
It looks terrible. Why they even got him there? What I don't understand. They must think something could happen because why would you even keep the guy around? He wasn't drafted. He was a free agent.
They probably think him and Vita Vea can be that Great Wall of Tampa or some shit. I don't know.
Kid gonna have an asthma
the immovable object.
This ain't semi-pro football because you big, you can play ball. He's going to have an asthma attack. They can't even put him in a helmet, Suave. That's how big he is. They are afraid to put him in pads.
Oh, I'm about to say. Well,
that's why they don't. They say he's too heavy. He's too heavy. They don't want to play him.
Well, with that being said, hey, I'm glad my team didn't draft him and waste that pick.
Well, Tampa didn't even draft him. He's a free agent. He didn't even get drafted. They didn't even draft him.
But you still paying him to be there. I think.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, They're giving him a stipend. Nobody collected a check yet. It's preseason.
Hey, I know his stipend. They put in his stipend thing. This is not for food.
He go to the training table. It's like all vegetables, fruit, rice cakes. I can't have no ribs. No.
Hey, appreciate
Did you
y'all
say-
for viewing.
Did you say
Hey, be
rice
quiet. Be
cakes?
quiet. We'll see y'all next week.
Low fat
Peace.
milk.
Throw the deuces. We'll see y'all next week. Not doing this.
No donuts, nothing.
Next week, people. Later.